welcome, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Radio Check 5 by 5, 5 by 5. In the first episode, I think I talked about myself. I'm David Harnden. Been doing security for 24 years and counting, ongoing. I right now currently in contract security, but I also did in-house as well, but I did more contract security than in-house. So, I talked about the companies that I worked for. Effective was my first company that I worked for. Now they've been absorbed and eaten up like most of these companies now. I've been eaten up all the time, and now they're known as Ally Universal, which is actually one of those, I think they're nationwide. They're pretty big. They're one of the biggest companies in the United States. But nothing still beats Securitas. It's the biggest company in the world. So, nothing's really not going to beat Securitas. They actually have like government contracts, and they're a monster. They're a pretty big monster. I talked about like working for Bell, which actually was not a bad company, but not a good company either. If anyone ever works for Bell Security, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, or what was your experience with Bell Security, if you guys even remember that company. Bell Security, been around for a long time, and one of the sites they had me at was Chase Manhattan Plaza. Once again, this is like now going on to the late 90s, early 2000s, around there. But making $8 an hour at the time. Minimum wage, I think, was $5 something an hour. I actually can't really remember, but that was above minimum wage, but not by much. I think he said like $3 more, but it was still at that time wasn't bad, So Bell wasn't a good company. Well, it wasn't that bad either. But they had pretty interesting sites. Like I said, Chase Manhattan Plaza, I think, was one of their biggest sites that they or their biggest contract, I should say. It was a big building. It was like 60 floors, and it was one of Chase's big buildings. Now I heard Chase moved all their operations out of New York. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. But when I was working for Chase, it was more of Bell guards in that building than Chase in-house guards. Chase had in-house guards, and at that time, in-house is still going on to today. Like in-house and contract always been bumping heads. There's always been a war in the security field. You guys, who's in the field, like I said, this podcast is for security guards. Buy a security guard. And if you guys, are in the field, like that's always been the big war between contract security and in-house. Back then I always thought in-house was the shit. I want to be in-house. I want to be in-house, more money. Now that I walked both sides and I've been on both sides, it's almost the same. In-house security, it's just you're working for the company itself instead of being outsourced, like I say, Bell Security. We're contracted through Bell, but we got paid through Bell. We didn't get paid through Chase. It was just, it was outsourced. But working for Chase, you get all the benefits. Chase, the 401k, and God knows what they was giving those guards. But so that's the only big difference is, you get the better benefits. But I don't know. If I had my choice, I definitely would say in-house, of course. Depending what contract company you work for. I think, overall, I think in-house will be definitely your best bet. What do you guys think? Are you guys more for in-house or more for contract? Please leave me a comment. Like I said, I'm on the fence, but I definitely in-house. If you want better benefits, I would definitely say in-house. Only downfall in in-house security is if that company goes under, that's it. Your ass is fucked. Like you really out of a job. How do I know? I worked for Calvin Klein. This is recent. This is recent. And I worked for Calvin Klein for a few years. 6 years with them. And COVID hit, and that was it. They hauled my ass out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I left out with a pretty good package, but nevertheless, there was no other sites to go to. Yeah, your ass was out. I mean, I was smart. Excuse me, guys. I was smart enough to to find a job before they gave me the heave ho. But yeah, I think that if it was contract, and God forbid the site falls down, the site, they lose the contract, you literally would just go to another contract. That's the benefits of contract security. Like if you working at, say, Chase Manhattan Plaza, and Chase Manhattan Plaza didn't want Bell no more, which really happened. This is a true story. They got rid of Bell. I mean, you just go to another to another site under Bell. Now, what happened with Bell was Bell not only lost the contract, they lost everything. Like Bell went under. Now, sometimes when that happens, then once again, you're going to have to try to find another job. But then again, you got to find a whole other company. But you have your best bet with contract. Excuse me, guys. With contract, then with your best bet is you're better off with contract if anything happens with the economy or going back and forth with jobs, back and forth with sites. At least in contract security, you're still employed. That's my whole thing. Like, I mean, they would just put you on another site. I worked for U.S. Security for a long time in Trinity, down near Holland Tunnel, and down there in the Village, Tribeca area. And Securitas came and took the contract. But God bless, I was under 32BJ. I was in the union, and we just switched uniforms. So once again, that's the benefit of contract companies or even being in the union, which I recommend. I strongly recommend being in a union, and especially in this career, in this field. If you can get a security company or security job that's union, you better stay there. Stay your ass there. Yeah, and right now, 32BJ is pretty good with security. They're not as strong as they used to be for security. And it took them a while to be for security, but they're getting better now. But I left a long time ago, and now I work for another contract company, which is pretty cool and not too bad. But yeah, back to my little verses. Going back to what's better, contract or in-house. Like I said, it's been an ongoing debate, and for many years, 24 years I've been in this field, has always been debate, still is. So what you guys think? I mean, are you for contract security? Or are you for being in-house? Once again, I said, money-wise, I always pick in-house, depending, because there are some contract securities that can rival in-house. When I'm talking about like pay-wise and pay rate-wise, they can rival now. Like some of these companies are not playing anymore. Like some of these companies see like, yeah, we're losing guards to, in-house companies, and we gotta have to rival their pay rate. Is all security companies doing that? No. But there are a small handful that actually doing it. Like they're like, yeah, like if Goldman Sachs is paying you 19, 20 an hour or 21 an hour, Ally Universal is going to pay 21, 22, or even 23 to rival Goldman Sachs' in-house guards. So it's happening. So like I said, 20-something years ago, it wasn't like that. Like if you was making $12, $13 an hour as contract guard, once again Goldman Sachs will make like you make 20, or you like I said 21 or whatever, 22. And I'm gonna say I'm going back like a few years, 20 years ago. Like it was like a rush. It was like a gold mine rush to go into in-house security. So I was one of them. I mean, I think I left contract 2013. I left contract security for a while, and I did in-house for a long time. Excuse me, guys. And it's much better. It's like I said, it's the benefits are definitely you're getting your 401k, you're getting pension, you're getting a pension, which is definitely much needed thing. Yeah, I take any job you can get a pension, but like I said, but now these contract companies are rivaling that. Like especially the ones that's our union, that's with 32BJ, they're rivaling the in-house companies. And when this pandemic hit, I think that was like the almost at the same time. Like, it was like when the pandemic hit, in-house felt it because it was like a halt. It was like a boom, and all you saw was just nothing but contract securities all around the city. So many companies just walking around the city. So many companies I never heard of. Just uniforms and on the trains, just going to work. We were essential. And there was nothing. In-house was done. Like in-house, the pandemic really put a monkey wrench in in-house security. And until today, like in-house security right now is still hurting. Like there's not that many companies hiring for in-house guards. They outsource it now, and they know now they have no choice. And this just to keep their staff because they can't afford their guards. So a lot of these industries, especially like in-house, like hotels, hospitals. Hospitals so much, not too much, but yeah, a lot of in-house positions in security. Once you got like laid off, they was not hiring you back. So, your best bet was to work, with, a contract company, and they took advantage. Contract company saw it, and it's like, this is a big victory. And they just took over. It was like a zombie apocalypse with contract company guards just all over. It was just so many. I never seen so many contract guards on the subway, on the bus, just walking around. It was like, wow, this is it. Yeah, this war is over. I mean, like I said, the in-house companies or in-house guards are kind of making a slight comeback. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that the pandemic really put a damper on in-house guards, or do you think that they still have a good chance to come back? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested your guys' opinion as security officers in the field. Do you think that this pandemic really like put a hurting on the in-house part of the security industry? I mean, personally, I think it did. I seen it. I saw the difference. I think that I was telling my wife, yeah, this war is over. Like the pandemic just isn't not that many in-house positions anymore, and it's slowly coming back. Mainly in hospitals. I mean, hospitals you always gonna need it. I guess in-house guards. I worked for Mount Sinai. Oh my God, which was so bad. I will never. And I'm keeping this real. I will never do another hospital job in security again. It was a bad experience, and I will never do it again. I don't care what you paying me, 30, 40, 50 an hour. I don't care. Do not, my friends, do not do hospital jobs as security. It depends, because I mean, some people can take it, some people love it. I, for one, too old for that shit. Too old for dealing with people off the streets. Like, I'm talking about like druggies and homeless, and just, I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm just saying it was crazy, and they was paying me some decent money, but I can make the same amount of money and less headaches, which I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm making more. So, yeah, that it's bad. So, I never, will never do another hospital job again. I worked for Mount Sinai. If any of you guys ever worked for Mount Sinai, when you guys ever live in New York City and you work for Mount Sinai, any Mount Sinai, don't matter what. I want to hear your opinion. Please leave me a comment. Like, if you are currently or did work for Mount Sinai, please leave me a comment. I would love to know your experiences, working in hospitals in general. It don't have to be Mount Sinai. After Mount Sinai, I think I just put all hospitals in the same, category as no more. Fuck no. I am not doing that shit again. So yeah, I was disappointed because I thought that, yeah, hospital job was gonna be good. Yeah, that'll be security. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that fucked me all up. So yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I can't do a hospital job. Like, once again, please leave me a comment if you think that. I mean, your opinion of, like, if you worked in any type of hospital security, what was your experience? I just want to know, because my experience was fuck no. Yeah, that's my experience. I want to know yours as well. I mean, I could be wrong. It could have been the best thing. I just never gave it a chance, but I didn't want to. I even went back to corporate, like being a corporate guard back in doing the lobby, and yeah, fuck no. You know what it is? I think I'm just like the stuff that I thought. I went back doing it, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. And I don't know. I like doing nightlife, which I do now. Being a bouncer especially for these I do like rooftop bars and hotels, and rich, like hoity-toity influences, and kids with money I'm dealing with, and it's just not bad. It's easy, good pay. You get some assholes, but that's all jobs. But it's less headache than dealing in like an emergency room in a hospital. Was depressing. That's the real word. It was depressing and soul crushing to see people not being attended to, and just, some of them screaming for help, and nurses and doctors just walking past. I don't know. This is heartbreaking. I mean, I know I'm going off topic. I just wanted to it was a heartbreaking experience, and I just kind of soul crushed me. I had to get out of there. So, I say I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that no more. So I'd rather do nightlife. It's crazy. You're dealing with people that can't handle their liquor. But nevertheless, it's not bad. And it was really fun. But, yeah, back to the topic at hand. Once again, contract versus in-house. I definitely want to know you guys' opinions. Leave me a comment. and yeah, I definitely want to hear from you guys. I really want to do this live one day, and same topic. I'm kind of curious. I really want to know because, like I said, I do contract now, but I definitely always tell people, in-house is not bad if you can find a right company. The last good in-house company, once again, was Calvin Klein. But pandemic said, fuck no. And that was it. And I was like, I did like 5-6 years with them, and then pandemic just shut everything down. And the best funny thing about it, I still have friends that still work there, and good friends, and they tell me like it's all crazy now, and it's not the same like it used to be. And maybe that was God's way of telling me, get out while you can. So, take your little small pension that they're going to give you and get out. So, like I said, I'm doing contract. After when the pandemic hit and I went back to contract, I went to Bronson, if I'm saying them right, Bronson Security. Which they're okay. Once again, they pay rate was every 2 weeks, and it was just, they're okay. If anybody works for Bronson Security, let me know what you think about that company. Leave me a comment. I think they were okay. And here's the funny thing about it, though, when I left, then they went to from bi-weekly to every week. Holy shit. I was like, dang it. But yeah. I worked with them for a while, and then I went to this company called Alliance Security, but I was with their sister company called MSG, Metropolitan Security Group. They were union, don't get me wrong. It was like a security union out in Queens, in New York, but it wasn't that good either. I was getting discouraged with contract. After I went back into contract, I was like, oh man, I wish I could go back in-house. And I really was like, I want to go back in-house. So I'm applying for like all these in-house jobs. And, so that's how I know in-house was dying, because it was not that many on Indeed, not that many in-house jobs. Actually, right now, you can look on Indeed right now, it's still not that many in-house jobs. The market to work in-house now is very, very thin and very, very small. So I'm telling you, it's contract security saw this advantage and just ran with it. And they said that everybody gonna need security because stuff is vulnerable now. And they took advantage. It was overwhelming for the in-house part of this industry, and I think they can't come back from this now. They can't. A lot of people are still working from home. Not that many, but there are some still. Some corporations still didn't open up. The last in-house position I applied for was a law firm somewhere on 42nd Street near Grand Central, and it seemed like, the pay seemed pretty good. It was, like I said, once again, I'm making more than even them. So God's blessed me. But as I'm doing the interview, I could see that, they're hurting. Like, they're like, yeah. And it was a law firm. Like, if a law firm can't fill a position, and like I said, this is not a contract position. This is in-house. And if law firms, hospitals, certain hotels can't fill an in-house position, these are like dream jobs at times, especially in this industry. That's saying a lot. It's over. In-house was like the hardest to get into. The hardest. It was almost like it was a secret society. And you guys already know that you guys has been in this field for a while. It was a secret society. It was like you need to know the secret handshake, whatever it is to get in. Now it's just like the door's open and they're just grabbing people. Hey, get in, because people rather now people just want jobs. So it's like any security job, any company, they're just going to jump on it. And that's what is happening now. Like Ally Universal is constantly hiring. They're just, I mean, sometimes that could be a bad thing, could be bad turnover. But regardless, it's constantly hiring. And at the same time, they're absorbing a lot of companies. They're just eating them up. Like from G4S to Wackenhut. What's the other one? It was a lot of other companies that they're really taking over from. And it's the industry has definitely changed. COVID's changed this industry for not just for in-house and contract, but for like how we do things now, procedures with a whole temperature checks, everything, mask. This is the industry has evolved to something else totally different and might not come back from. Like, I definitely think that temperature checks is going to be here to stay. I mean, people won't do it no more, but I think it's going to be another shutdown. But that's just my opinion for another topic. But when it coming down to, like I said, in-house is definitely dead, or at least dying. Because contract definitely, my opinion, won this war, and they took over. They took over in a way that I never thought I'd see. And part of me is like, wow. Another part of me is like, I mean, I get to see, like, security now is going into spots they never thought they can do. Like, I mean, now they're taking over the MTA. Like, MTA once again was like, I guess it was an in-house job. There was some in-house guards that worked for the MTA. Now it's Ally Universal. They have guards for the MTA and they're contract guards. And I'm hearing they're making some pretty good money. Airports still haven't woke up and they're still paying guards pennies. But they still had a big old surge of hiring new guards too as well. And once again, it's contract guards. And bust this, there's a lot of contract guards doing a lot of TSA jobs, doing the X-rays. I think it's Ally once again. Ally Universal doing a lot of TSA kind of work. I don't think they took over TSA. That's part of the government, but they're like shoulder to shoulder with them now, doing the whole screening. So it's interesting. I recently just read that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And once again, and you guys working contract. Oh, you know what? My real question is the people that's all the guards that's working in-house now. What do you think? Do you think in-house is going? I know in-house where your position is shaky. Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious. I'm looking at it through a contract perspective, but I didn't thought about the in-house guards. So any in-house guards, please let me know. What's your thoughts? Do you think that the pandemic, done killed that part of security, or you think that, we just looking at it the wrong way? Definitely let me know in the comments. I'm definitely curious to know, what you guys think. You can tell me, motherfucker, you full of shit, man, please. Let me know, though. I can take it. It's all good. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Personally, I just think in-house is on the slow road to a untimely death. It's definitely it's near its end. It really is. And if it ever makes a resurgence, it ever makes a comeback, it's gonna be a very long time because now that a lot of people are seeing that in-house is dying, and in-house is now even have to make cuts on certain guard salaries, and because the pandemic they had to cut some of their salaries. I know a couple of guys that worked at pretty good spots and left and went to like Ally Universal because they said, yeah, their pay was like the hours was getting cut. It wasn't even the pay, it was just the hours. So they said they went someplace where they were promised more hours, and they just like, oh, screw it, we're out. So that makes sense, so a lot of people, a lot of guards, a lot of security officers I know that worked for like big places, like once again, Goldman Sachs, or especially like Morgan Stanley, like they out there, their offices closed, they got rid of a lot of security, and kept only a few, so those guys that lost their jobs, they went straight to a contract company, and then probably stayed, probably didn't, but they probably was like, screw this, I'm out. If you're not going to give me the proper hours, not all you going to cut my hours, I'm out. So I can understand that 100%. So, yeah, but once again, what you guys think? You think that, in-house is, done for? The Undertaker's finally got one. or do you think that, like I said, it's still a war, it's still on equal grounds? I mean, what I seen a year ago, and I'm going back a year ago when everything is dead. The streets were just full of like Ally Universal or Securitas, or like I said, companies I never heard of. I mean, it was just uniforms running around one destination to the next. So it was very interesting to see. I just thought I'd never see so many. It was like, wow, it's crazy. So I mean, it's interesting. That's what I love about this industry, because it's always something new, and you're learning always something. You're learning all the time, and you always see something new. It's not a boring industry. It's not a boring field. So definitely security stepped up the most when this pandemic happened. We were beyond essential. we was in the front line. So all you guys who really was out there, yeah, man, I mean, stay healthy, stay safe. I'm glad you guys are out there too. I was out there too, man. So I know how you feel. And it was tough. It definitely feels better. I mean, we're not doing the temperature checks no more. All the questions you had to ask, I know you guys did it, constantly. And yeah, so all you guys was out there doing, like I said, temperature checks, working hard last year. Definitely, man. Respect, because I was out there with you guys. So definitely respect. It was scary. It was a scary time. Still is, I still wear my mask. I don't care. And I'm vaccinated. I wear my mask, and I still do the PPE. I'll be the last man standing doing it. So be it. I'm still doing it. But I'm still doing it. So, yeah. I'm going to still do the PPE. I'm going to still do the everything. So, but it's, the field is, like I said, it's definitely evolved because of this. Both sides of security, both in-house and contract, has definitely felt it. But it's crazy. I think it was very interesting, and I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. I'm curious. I don't think in-house is like gone forever. You can never get rid of it, but it's definitely like, nobody's applying for a lot of in-house jobs anymore. So a lot of them just, some of them are, some of them not. A lot of people applying for contract jobs. That's what it is. It's easy, it's faster. And some of them will hire you on the spot. They're like, yo, you start tomorrow, you start today. So, I mean, in-house will give you gotta jump to the hoops and stuff. I know Mount Sinai, Jesus Christ, they ask you a million questions. They investigate your background. I mean, when I was applying for Mount Sinai, they wanted my high school diploma. What the fuck? like really physically wanted to see it. I couldn't, I haven't really looked at my high school diploma in years. And me and my wife Lily was looking for it all through the house. Crazy. So no job has ever asked for my high school diploma before in my entire life. In my entire years in this industry, that's the first time. So I mean, degrees is one thing. Your 8 hour, your 16 hour, whatever. But your high school diploma, that was brand new. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, for all that, and you guys were very disappointing. It's still right till today. It still breaks my heart. So it kind of sucks. I think that company, I think Mount Sinai, I don't know. It was bad. So like I said, if anyone works for Mount Sinai, please leave me a comment. Just let me know what you think, because sweet God, I was still recovering from that. I really am. Yeah, that's my whole thing. I go once again to recap. I just want to know your guys' thoughts on in-house versus contract. Do you think in-house is dead? Do you think it's over? Do you think this is it? Do you think contract completely took over? Please, what's your thoughts? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, guys. Because I'm actually curious myself. I mean, I already told you mine. I personally think that contract definitely overwhelmed. They took advantage of this pandemic and ran with it. Took everything, sites, everything, contracts, everything. He took other companies, took other security companies. It was like the Wild Wild West for a while. It still is, but it was definitely the Wild Wild West. It was snatching, taking advantage, and deals was being made. So yeah. But once again, I want your guys' opinion, and let me know what you guys think. And for you guys out there who's working, please be safe. Please definitely, if you guys still practicing the PPE, please practice the PPE and still wear your mask. But definitely please be safe, guys. A lot of people don't think that this is a dangerous industry. It is. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you're a toy cop, rent a cop, flashlight cop, top flight security. And yeah, it's for us brothers and sisters, man, it's a dangerous field. I mean, it's a great field, but yeah, we out in the front lines, Once again, I always say we're not cops, but every building you work at, you're the lobby or your FSD, the first person they see is you. You're the first line of defense, for all the tenants in the building or whatever. So yeah, so you guys out there doing the night shift, please be safe. You guys out there doing any shift, just please be safe. I'm saying the night shift because I'm doing this recording at night. I'm definitely going to start doing some lives pretty soon. If not the end of this week, definitely by next week, I'll definitely be doing some live. I'm also going to be doing some interviews on the street. Like be that guy on the street and talk to security officers and, let them know what they think. I might even bring up the topic, the in-house versus contract. I definitely want to know people's opinion on the street as well. Yeah, definitely. You guys be safe. Please get home safe. Have a great tour, guys. And we're gonna talk about this a little later. Okay, guys. Until then, this was your radio check. 5x5, 5x5. You guys be safe and definitely get home safe, guys. All right. Until next time. All right. Peace.